So, hello and welcome back all. On the first day of our 7-day faculty development program on research methodology, bibliometric analysis, and data analysis using R. I would like, I'm myself Dr. Nitin Wahi, and I am associated with Genome Biotech, as well as I am associated with the Waste to Wealth program of Government of India, which is sponsored by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. This FDP is a faculty development program being conducted through the support of the Prime Minister Office of Government of India. And during the tenure of this particular FDP program, we are going to focus on development of skills such as research writing, publication, editing, as well as understanding the basic concepts of using statistical data analysis using R. The FDP is organized by Society of Education from Agra, University of Agriculture Sciences, Raichur, in collaboration with European Laser Academy from Germany and Genome Biotech from Mathura. We are all associated here in order to provide you the best information in the minimum amount of time that is available for us. And through this FDP, we would like to get associated with you all so that we can get a better understanding and develop our skills in the field of academics. The FDP will be regularly held through this portal from the time of 5:30 till 8 p.m. regularly from today, that is from 22nd, and it will be continued up till 28th. On 28th will be the validation program of the faculty development program. We have with us today honorable speakers and the program schedule that has already been shared to you. After the programs, all the recorded lectures will also be provided through a YouTube link that would be uploaded, and from there you can download the lectures. So even if in the case you are going to miss some key important points because of your busy schedules, you can go through them and ask our technical experts in case you have any problem. Dr. Ashwini, Dr. Manish, Dr. Anshu, and many other candidates are here for you all so that we can have this FDP functional in a smooth and in a healthier manner. The topic of today's lecture, the program schedule has been provided to you. And today we have with us Dr. Neeraj Kumar. Dr. Neeraj Kumar is from the Faculty of Pharmacy, AIMST University from Malaysia. He's a good friend of Dr. Manish and would be providing us much useful information about the research proposal writing in order to grab government research projects such as from DBT, DST, UPCAR, that is the UP government funding agencies, and other different funding agencies. So with these words, I would like to invite our honorable speaker of today's talk, Dr. Neeraj Kumar, and would like to hand over the mic to him. Dr. Neeraj Kumar, sir, are you available? Dr. Manish? Okay, Dr. Manish will be providing the mic to Dr. Manish so that he can introduce to you about the speakers of our 7-day faculty development program. And so I would like to hand over the mic to Dr. Manish, who would be providing you the much useful information for today's lecture. Dr. Manish, over to you, sir. Manish ji.
Hello.
जी सर, आपकी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है?
Voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, all of you, and welcome to all participants in 7-day faculty development program on research methodology, bibliometric analysis, and data analysis using R. Now we are like to introduce Dr. Neeraj Kumar Fuloria. Hello. Dr. Neeraj Kumar Fuloria is presently working as a professor at Faculty of Pharmacy, AIMST University, Malaysia, with an experience of more than 22 years in academic, research, and industries. To his credit, there are 8 national and international research grants and having 30 patents granted in Australia, Germany, South Africa, and India. And more than 5 books he is already written on spectroscopy, industrial management, and pharmacoeconomics, oncology, and traditional complementary medicines. And some has been contributed more than 8 book chapters in different international education south, and 3 MOOC and 172 papers that has been published by the Dr. Neeraj Kumar Fuloria. And more than cumulative impact factor of the articles is 410. So now I would like to invite you, Dr. Neeraj Kumar Fuloria. Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir. I hope I am audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for such a nice introduction. Firstly, I would like to thank to you for inviting me to share my experience with you. So, can I start then?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So I'll share my screen. Just a moment. I'm just it's not coming actually. So I share again. No. Is it my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll make it full.
Sir, not audible.
Sorry. Yeah. Now I hope now. Oh, so many windows. Is it audible now,
Yes,
sir?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
and my screen is visible to all of you?
Sir, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay, it's visible. Sorry, there was some I think some technical issue, but it's fine. So I'll come directly the most important topic, which I think everybody of us are interested in, about to get a grant, to get a research grant. I think all of you are working in some university or institutes. We have a different kind of pressure, about everybody ask you how to get a grant. So I'll be discussing about today how we can get successfully any grant. It's an art basically. There are some different platforms I would like to share with you for international research grants. Like hundreds of grants are there, like AUN Seed, then Baxter International, Bill and Melinda Gates, CRDF Global, DAD Fellowship. Likewise, we have hundreds of the grants. In that, if we want to get these grants, what are the personal requirements we need? That's a big question. Basically, all let it be a national level grant or let it be an international level grant. Only the applicants and co-applicants who are submitting the grant must have education qualification relevant to the project. Let's say we are writing a project on cancer. Then in our grant, there must be a professional who got a expertise or who is already doing some work on cancer related study they are doing already. This is one. Secondly, they need to have a PG and PhD. Nowadays, even a graduate can also apply, but in their team, in combination, we need to have a master or a PhD. Normally, for a grant, we can have a team of combination. For example, let's say, because here many of us are from chemistry background also. Let's say we go for some synthesizing some molecule. There must be some researcher who must be good in doing the in silico analysis. So we can have a member who can do the in silico analysis, let's say the QSAR. Then there will be a person who will be working on synthesizing the molecules. Once the molecule are synthesized, we have to check the molecules at the cellular level, like cell line studies we are going. Then we can test that molecule. And next step, we can go for animal study. If we want to go on a next step, we can go for a clinical also. So in this, we have to have a different team members in a project usually. A normal mistake, what we all do, whenever we write any grant, we have a team of members from our organization only, from that specialization only. But we need to have a pharmacologist or a biotechnologist. We need to have a chemist. We need to have a pharmaceutics professional or a formulation designer. So, or likewise, or if you have a clinical based study, then we need to have a person specifically from clinical segment. If we have a good qualification, the people who are matching with this project, then we can, there are chances we can get it. Let's say a graduate is there, and let's say somebody is not PhD, but in their team, they need to have a postgraduate or PhD. So first criteria where in any application is eliminated or selected, the first criteria they see normally at a national or international level is qualification. Second is they see their relevance. Sometimes it happens, let's say it's a project that's I told example, you are synthesizing a molecule and you are doing its activity. And the team combination in that, some team members are there, they are not relevant to that project. Sometimes to make somebody happy, we want to do it. But my advice, don't include them. People who are having a rich experience related to the project, they only should be incorporated. Like so the applicants or co-applicants must have a research experience related to that area, because in a project, there will be different phases. One phase you will synthesize, one phase you will be doing the biotechnological cellular level study, one phase you will be doing the animal studies and all. So for each phase, let's say for each phase, you can have two members also. It can be 5, 6, any number of members, but they should be relevant and should be justified. So these applicants or co-applicants, how they will justify, like they have a research experience. If they are supervising some students at graduate level or a master level or PhD, it may happen sometime. Some applicant, they will not have an experience on a master or PhD students, they don't have. Then what to do? Never mind, if your organization can give you a certificate, like you have supervised somebody at a graduate level, at a minor research, doesn't matter. So that is also it will add to your project. So in this, the first point I told is qualification. So all the team members, let's say if you are not relevant to it, never mind, your team members can be. Second is research experience. So that is all the team members. Let's say you don't have a biotechnology experience, but then you have a member, somebody from the other can be a same institute, can be some other university, can be some other state, can be some other country, or can be some other continent. So we need to, it's always appreciated at an international level if you have the people from different countries. Then your chances are much brighter. Sometimes it happens, we take one researcher from some country, we feel okay, it will be done. No. If you have a joint venture, you have different country members, then your chances are very bright for an international grant. If it is a national level, then you need to have members from different states. Then it is more appreciated. Then it's as I told, it's a team combination. So depending upon your objective, you have to decide your team. Like right now, I was just explaining, let's say some in your project, you have a in silico analysis also, synthesis also, cellular studies also, in vivo animal studies also, and clinical studies. Then for each field, you need to have one member in a team, minimum. It can be 2 also. So depending on your length of project, the how wide your project is, based on that you collect your team. Let's say if a project is around 3 years project, then and the length is good enough, width is good enough, then you can have 6 members, 7 members also, doesn't matter.
Sir, slide is not visible.
Oh, slide not visible, sir. Maybe I'll escape the screen. Now is it visible, sir? Is it visible now?
No, sir. No slides.
Okay, I'll do it again, sir. I'll do it again. Just a moment.
Sir, just you minimize your main screen. Your Google Meet is actually visible. Just you minimize your screen so slide will be visible.
Okay. Main. Okay, sir. So this I do. Okay, this one. So I'll minimize that one. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, sorry for the inconvenience.
Yes,
So I was
now
coming
it is
on.
visible.
Never mind. I'll repeat one. Never mind. I'll repeat once again. Sorry. So I told there are certain requirements for any research grant. The first criteria is qualification. Let's say if you are not PhD, you are just a master's or a graduate also, doesn't matter. In your team, you can have some member who got a qualification as a postgraduate or a PhD. Second is your experience. Let's say if you your project is based on a cancer, but you don't have expertise in it, then you need to take a member who got a expertise in the cancer studies, maybe at a cellular level or at a in vivo animal level or as a clinical, whatever your project based on that. Third thing I told is team combination. Your project can be national or it can be international. Let's say if your project is national, it is always advisable, better you need to have in your team people from different states. If it's an international one, it is advisable you need to have members from different countries. So in that also, again, the same thing comes, whether you are taking a from different state person or an international, they should match with your project, like they should have a research experience related to the project. I was telling, sometimes it happens, you don't have a experience for a PhD, doesn't matter. Then in your team, another person should have an experience at a PhD level. Plus, if let's say you don't have masters or a PhD, both the experiences you don't have, doesn't matter. At a graduate level also, we do sometimes some minor projects, and you can have a certificate from the institute that can be utilized as a research experience that you are guiding already, you're working. It's a certification. So I told about team combination. Then it is when you apply for any grant, you need to have a publication in that. Better it's if it is a Scopus or a PubMed or your Web of Science, then it is better for you. The chances are much brighter in that case. So let's say if you don't have the papers, doesn't matter. Then your team members to whom you are accommodating in your project, they need to have the these publications. Then another criteria for this is you need to have any previous research grant experience.
Hello, sir.
Sometimes it happens. Yes, sir.
Sir, please do put your
Am I audible?
Yes, please do put your presentation on presentation mode, sir. It is still small visible.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now it is better,
Is
sir.
it visible now, sir?
Yes, sir,
Okay,
it is
sir.
visible.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
But so far, I believe whatever I discussed was visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was. Please continue.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I was talking about the next criteria comes for any grant is you need to complete any grant or you need to have any grant the same time when you are applying any grant nationally or internationally. Now the question comes, how to get a grant if suppose, let's say I don't have any grant. In that case, if you are in some organization, let's say any private organization or whatever, or any team member, so you can request your institute to give you a letter, because anyhow they are providing some chemicals and all for their projects normally. Let it be in a government level or let it be in a private level, they do it. So in that they can give a letter as a certification that we are providing grant in form of chemicals to this supervisor to supervise these students. So that is also add up to your application. So this is the condition when you don't have that time. Then because we all of us a hurdle, how to apply? I don't have any grant earlier and there is a requirement. Then you can always from your private organization or a government organization, because you get normally the chemicals and all. So in that your director can certify we have provided the research grant of the chemicals for the research purpose for a UG project or a PG or whatever. So likewise, that also you can attach in your previous grant completed or ongoing, you can show it. Next is, if let's say you have any patent, that is also another additional, it add values to your project, because whenever you write any grant, there's a criteria they ask, what is your outcome? An outcome of any grant, any agency, let it be a private body, national, international, they will always ask about the outcome. In outcome, you can tell we are going to we can commercialize our product or molecule or whatever through patenting. So likewise, if you don't have, doesn't matter, you try to accommodate the applicants who got a patent, then you can apply your application, because everybody cannot have patents, right? So likewise, this is also another criteria for any national or international level grant. Now, because this is firstly, we need to know when we apply for a grant, what is the criteria? These are the criteria what we discussed. Now, how to write a research proposal? I'll be discussing few important aspects. In any grant, let it be nationally, internationally, the first and foremost important thing is your research title. Research title is basically the mirror of your research project. A title you need to frame in such a way that should give a clean, clear description what you are going to do in your study. Like, requirement for title are, it should be clear, concise, it should not be confusing. It should deliver the full idea about your research proposal. For example, like this is, we have received some project earlier in our, it was in Malaysia only I received. So it is just like discovery of NPAs for periodontitis treatment. Periodontitis is your gingival, we say the gums inflammation. For that, we have discovered, in that discovery word comes, we have done the docking also, and then we have done the synthesis, everything. So we told, study that encompasses molecular docking, 3D QCR analysis, synthesis, silver nanoformulation of NPA accompanied by toxicity analysis, and in vitro, in vivo egg model evaluation against gingival. Likewise, one example I have given. So this, you can see this proposal, in this all the components what we are going to do are it is accompanying everything. Likewise, we received some other grant also, and some proposal like design and synthesis of novel nucleoside analogs against DENV2 strain, a molecular docking 3D QSAR in vitro C636 cell line activity based anti-dengue study. So it gives a whole description. Within the title itself, you will come to know the evaluator, who is the reviewer for your proposal, can make out, looking on a title only, oh, this is, he's talking about, he or she is talking about this proposal. So it's crystal clear, they will come to know. Don't try to hide the things. You have to give a complete description in 3 line max, or maybe the 2 line. Here the slide I have adjusted likewise. Otherwise, when you write a proposal, it will come in a 3 line normally. So it can be in 2 line, 3 line. So depends, because our study was a big one. So it was for 4 years, 3 years likewise. So how much the study is big, that many lines will increase, definitely the text will increase. Another is like establishment of top 1 and EGFR inhibition mechanism of in silico docked and synthesized anti-ZAs against the oral squamous cell carcinoma. So in this, we are establishing the mechanism also. Already we have in silico dogs in the, and I'll tell you one thing. To get a grant nationally or internationally, not necessary you need to synthesize. You are proposing, I'll do synthesis, I'll do this and that. You can do halfway also. Let's say you have done some MPharm project or MSc project or some PhD project, halfway you have done. So you can tell already I have done this much. Now we are extending our study. For that, we need the funds. So that you can justify. And in that, let's say if you have publication, I'll come on it later. As I told earlier, we need to have publication for that. Halfway study done and you have published the paper also. Then you are applying for grant. Let's say you had a plan, you want to go for anti-cancer study. And you have done the synthesis already, in silico docking, everything done. Now remaining cancer part, you don't have funds. Then you can apply for grant. You can publish paper before that, halfway, a communication kind. You can tell, we have already done the study, we have already published. Now we are interested in doing the cancer study. For that, we need the fund. That's how we justify. Okay, that's why here we told already in silico docked, already synthesized. We have done already. Now we want to establish their mechanism, how they are doing it. For that, we need to do some study. Likewise, synthesis and evaluation of some potential agents against coronavirus. So we want to synthesize and we want to do it study. Actually, all these grants we have received already, and we have published also some, and we have done the patents also. So likewise, some example I'm telling. Let's say you want to do anti-diabetic study. You can do, not necessarily it is a synthesis, it can be a herbal also. You can isolate. After isolation done, and you have done the characterization. Now you want to do further studies, but funds are less. So in that case, you can publish the paper, just isolation part as a communication. And after that, you can approach for funding. Now, this is, I told, what is about the title. So title is very important, in which it should be a mirror for your whole project. Then coming to research domain. One tip I'll tell you, what happens, normally we have a habit, if we are from pharmacy, we apply in pharmacy field only, not necessary. You can apply in medical field also. Let's say if your product has an application in dentistry, pharmacy, medical, wherever, you can go another field, because in that particular field, your nature of work will be rare. So your chances are very high. So we have different domains usually whenever we go, like example, it can be arts and applied arts, clinical health science, information technology, natural cultural heritage, pure and applied science, social science, technology, engineering. This is just like how we write sometimes some papers, you know, we write some research papers, although we worked in chemistry, but we publish in physics, the Journal of Elsewhere. We publish in that and they accept. So likewise, like we have clinical and health science, under the health ministry we are going, there can be different fields: clinical, community medicine, dental, health science, medical microbiology, medicine. If you are a pharmacist, no need to apply only in pharmacy. You can go for medical microbiology. Let's say if you have a antimicrobial study, viral study, corona and all you are doing, go for medical microbiology. Why to go for only pharmacy? So likewise, different fields are there. You can apply in any field. So don't restrict yourself. Like example, we told in a, suppose, let's say you're going for pure and applied science. In pure and applied science, there are... Hello, can you mute yourself, please? Hello.
Sir, may I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Sir, as I know, research methodology पहला क्वेश्चन होता है research formulation. मतलब question of research.
Sorry,
वो कैसे
coming in between. Sorry, hello. Hello, some disturbance. Can you mute? Can you ask? Hello, can you ask the participants to mute? Hello. Hello. Can you mute, please? Hello. Hello. I hope I am audible to all. Anybody can tell me, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah, I think some background, some noise was coming. Can you please mute all? Okay. So I was talking about research domain. In that, let's say you are going in a pure and applied science, you have different field: biochemistry, biology, biotechnology, chemistry, geology. Likewise, you can go for any field. Now coming to your, when you are writing, as I told, we have the different thing. The first was title is the most important. The second is in which research domain you are going to go. Third is your team combination and rationality. Like example, we have some team of members. So this is one of the projects. So we are in, we have added the members' name, their institutes, their position, their area of expertise. Likewise, we have mentioned. You can see here, the team is having different member: biotechnology, medicine, pharmacy, your dentistry, your and different country also. Like Jamia Hamdard is in India, and this project was in Malaysia. We received this project and we took a member from Jamia Hamdard, India, Delhi. So likewise, we can have a different team combination and it should be rationalized also. So like we
Sir,
have
I
taken
have a question, sir.
yes, please.
Sir, as I know, research methodology में हमारा जो पहला क्वेश्चन होता है वो फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ रिसर्च क्वेश्चन, तो हम वो कैसे फॉर्मुलाइज करेंगे?
सॉरी, अभी रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी पे तो मैं पहुंचा ही नहीं हूँ.
ओके सर.
सॉरी. हाँ, so
बट
this
ये तो
is
पार्ट तो रिसर्च का ही है.
correct. What I'm saying is, firstly, I think we should go with the whole slide. Then I can
Okay.
answer all the queries. Otherwise,
Okay.
maybe you will receive many answers during my presentation, I believe.
Okay, sir.
Correct?
Thank you, sir.
Also, I will request to all participants just finish the Neeraj sir his presentation. Then at last you can ask question, or till the
Yes.
time if you have any questions, so you can drop your question in message box also. Okay.
Yeah, better
So
in the last, I'll take up all the questions. So first you can listen the whole presentation because it's a beginning I'm doing. Like I told, first requirement is your title. Example. Second requirement is your which domain you are selecting. Third requirement is your team combination and rationality. What team you will take, what number of members you will be taking, what will be their expertise. It should be all relevant. What I told, like what is the requirement. In that we have discussed this one. Then comes is your duration. Sometime your timeline for the project, it may also eliminate your project. Let's say if you are able to finish in 1 year and simply we are showing for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, then it's not correct. So we have to justify as per our activities that time duration is justified. So these are the different criteria based on which our proposal is rejected or selected. Likewise, then it comes to location. Sometimes we propose, we write a grant and we show everything. Okay, we are taking member from here, there, but we forget to write this activity will be done where. We forget at that time, and that is a mistake we make normally. So we have to tell there also what all locations. Let's say you are taking a person from US, then you have to show your study in US also. You are taking a person from UP, Haryana, Himachal, Punjab, or a South India. You have to show that particular location, that lab also. So that location also you need to, and all these things. Sometime in some proposal, it's a hierarchy is given, and sometime it is not given. But if it is given or not, we need to mention all these things. Then it strengthens your project proposal. Now coming to your first point, when you are writing a proposal, all these I discussed in the beginning. These are the elementary contents. Now coming to research summary. Whenever it's just like writing a paper, whenever we write a paper, in that first we write a abstract. So this is nothing but summary is a mini abstract. In that abstract also, like how we write on a paper, there will be a background, there will be objectives, there will be some methodology, there will be some outcomes and significance. Okay, so this one will be your abstract. You see so many slides I have given this, so we'll come one by one in this component. In abstract part only, background means what we need to mention for a background. Like let's say you are interested in any let's say cancer only, I'll give an example. Then you have to tell the worth for the proposed project. How you tell the worth that this project is very much important for the country. You will identify the what is the problem of cancer, and you will support with that with the statistics. Normally we write, but we don't support with the statistics. Let's say diabetes. So you will tell the diabetes is a problem in the India or global, and you will give a statistics. If it is a national level, you'll give the statistics based on national, that country specific minimum. Internationally also you can interpret, not an issue. But definitely if it's an international project, then you have to give the statistics as per international data. Then you have to tell in a background only, you have to tell the available strategies. What are the, let's say for the cancer, strategies are some chemotherapy, some radiotherapy, all that. And what are the challenges with them? What are the problems? So this is coming in a background. Then you have to identify the problems. So strategy is this: we have different agents for cancer therapy. Challenges are all are having side effects. So that is your problem. So what can be the solution for this? So then you come up, because the side effects are, whenever we are giving any drug, it is going to different parts, and because of that, it is creating side effect. So we need to have a targeted delivery, drug delivery. So for that, we come with a solution, we tell. And in this background itself, to make your chances very clear, better do some prior research. As I told, your B Farm project you have done, or your master project you have done, halfway now you don't have the fund, you can show as your data, we have already done. And we have published the paper also. Because what is the proof you have done? Your papers. You will say we have done, we published the paper also. And these studies are due. So hereby, we want to explore further. Thereby you propose, then you give the title of your study. Like in a paper, when you say, normally in an abstract in a paper, we write the background max 2 line. Here normally a summary is a 1-page summary minimum we write. It's not a spacing of how we say for a paper, double line and all. Single line spacing, if you do normally, it is a 1-page summary we write. In that, background will not be 1 line or 2 line. It can be 4, 5 lines or 6, 7 lines also, depending on your project, how big it is. So that's what I wrote below. This part is explained in full, but in least words. So there we need to have an art. In lesser words, in background itself, the evaluator should come to know, oh yes, this is very important point. Like example, when it came to Corona time, at that time we used to give the statistics. This much globally, this much India, so many patients are there. Then coming to objectives. How we are writing the objective in a paper, same way we write an objective for a grant also. So whatever the prior research you have done already for this grant, for you are submitting, or previously some research what you have done, paper you have not done, let's say, some research you have done, you can show their result over there. So based on the results, then you will give your objective. Like example I told, you have done the synthesis. Now you are interested in doing some cell line studies, and it is very costly. You don't have fund. So you tell, this part we have done already. Now still we had a problem, like it's data, this cellular line study data is yet to be investigated. So that will be your objective. So your objective should be clear, well defined and achievable. It's not like in your team nobody is there and you don't have such capability and you are planning, I'll do some satellite research. No, which is achievable, that only you have to write. Like example, you write so many objectives, but the time duration is 2 years only. Then that grant will not be accepted, because it will be rejected based on that. This criteria, they will say, although project is good, objectives are nice, but the time duration is limited. They won't be able to complete. So objective can be categorized under different phases, like 1, 2, 3, 4 phase, whatever you wish. Like in a phase, you are doing the synthesis part, in silico analysis part. In phase 2, you are doing their, their cell line studies and all. Phase 3, you are doing animal studies. Phase 4, you are doing clinical studies likewise. So this is all you are doing in a abstract, in a summary I am talking about. So example I gave here, present study is intended to perform development of novel NPAs, 3D QSR analysis, toxicity analysis, and in vitro, in vivo evaluation against blah, blah, anything. So we are writing, these are the objectives, but we are writing in single word. Normally, I'm telling, this is just a 1 page, the abstract or a summary of your project or proposal. Third is methodology. Again, I'm telling, it is not a whole proposal. Right now, I'm discussing about the abstract only. So in methodology, methods must be outlined in line. In a single line, you have to tell to accomplish the objective. Let's say study involves, you told earlier the objective was to perform. We want to perform development of this and that. So here we are telling involves synthesis of toxicity analysis and this and that, all that. But here we again via polymerization, using human gingival fibroblast, using MIC, MBC, using egg model. So we are telling how we are going to do in short, in one line. So this part is also explained in full, but in least words. Similarly, outcomes and significance. So because you have proposed, okay, this is your title, this is your background, this is your objective, your methodology, then what will be the outcome and significance of your study? So in this, you will tell this present study assures, it ascertains, it is you are confident that you will be able to offer a safer and effective agent for treatment of anything that will improve the quality of the life of the population in the society, country, or across the globe. Depends what is your aura of your project, whether it's on a national level or international level. So novel compounds will assist in treating the systemic disorder associated with any disease. So likewise, some examples I have given. So you will tell one thing is safer and effective agents, you will get it. So then you will be able to, safety is important, effectiveness is important. And when you received once, then you will be able to treat the problems. What was your beginning problem, what we discussed about the background. Then you have to tell the significance. Outcome is this one. Then what is the significance? Significance at different level. On the society level, to the patient, to the society, what is the benefit? Impact of the economy of the country, of the state. What is the benefit? Nation. So society, as the number of disease suffering from the population is very high, with corona, with cancer, with diabetes. So present study will assist in management of that particular disease by finding a better solution. Impact on economy is you will support to the national economy because you are reducing the health burden on the country. So thereby you will be reducing their economy. I mean, you will assist in the national economy. So thereby nation, it will strengthen your health industry, your national economy, your IPR, because when you will produce some product, you are assuring you will go for patenting also, commercializing also. That means it will enhance the national economy and the growth of the country. So this is in a, although it is I have written in so many slides, abstract has to be around, let's say, it depends on your organization. Different organization give a criteria sometime. Some organization doesn't give. It can be a half page, it can be a 1 page. It can be a 250 words, it can be a 500 words. But usually they ask 250 to 300 words they ask. But if they're not asking, then the land is open for you. But don't try to increase more than 1 page. Because if they will go to the next page, their interest will be lost. That's why they want to see the justified one. And mind it, in a summary, you need not write like a paper, how you write a paragraph. You can write in the form of bullets also. What are the key points? Correct? So in a summary, you need to write the background. You need to write the objectives. You need to write the methodology, outcome, significance. All these things in single line, single sentence. Or maybe 2 lines or 2 sentences. That's all. Everything, every point. Now coming to your detailed planning. So in detailed planning, we give, this is first how we write a paper. In a paper, we give the background, that abstract, right? So in this detailed planning, you tell about the problem statement. What is the problem? Now you will give in full detail. So you will tell about the prevalence of any disease, what are the statistics, corona, cancer, diabetes, likewise some examples. What are the virulence factor? Because of what this disease happened. First, how much the disease is happening. What is the statistics? Because of what it is happening. That factors you have to tell. So available agents, available products available to cure that. And what is the need? Why we need to have a new product? Maybe there could be some side effects. Maybe they must be very costly. Maybe their bioavailability is less. Maybe their safety must be an issue. So all these are the problem. So we need to develop more molecules or more products continuously. And normally whenever you write any problem statement, my advice, let's say if I'm giving you any presentation or you are teaching to your students or you are taking a lecture, if you explain them without any image, what will be the feedback? They won't be interested. So whenever you come, you advertise anything, you have to advertise, you have to market your project actually. So with the image, they will make out easily. So you better try to incorporate some image. Then you have to tell in the problem statement itself, you will tell what research has been done by you or by others.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Not to me. Huh?
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I told how much the research has been done. It could be done by you or by somebody else. Then you can extend. That's a problem. Like example, I told you have done the study, but in the study you have seen people have done the animal study also, everything, but they didn't check the drug effect at the genetic level, at the cellular level. They didn't. So that you can always come. That's why we want to propose further. We want to extend this study. So like example, we told investigators have, like in our case, it happened, one of the project we got, how we got it, we told synthesis, characterization are all done. But investigators are yet to establish the in vitro and in vivo potential and the underlying mechanism for the agents to treat any disease. And then you have to write with the title. This is how you will come with your problem statement. Okay, so this is in a detailed planning. We are going for, first of all, problem statement. So in a problem, you will tell about the disease, you will tell about the stats, you will tell about what are the factors that contribute to it. Then you will tell what are the strategies available in the market, what are the products available. Then you will tell what are the problems done. Then you will tell for this what we have done from our side or what others have done the research. Later, then you will tell, although we have done, but still this area is yet to be explored. Then therefore, this is the problem. So we want to conduct the study on this. Coming to hypothesis. Hypothesis is once the problem is done and you tell we have done halfway study and we are proposing this title, then you will tell it is expected that from our study we will be able to reduce the disease burden among the country's citizens or globally or likewise by offering some newer agent with lesser more safety or very economical, very cheaper price. So all these things you are expecting. So, and in this you will confirm, we assure to offer that our product from our research will be having high potential to inhibit the disease and will be highly safe. And this thing, if you say, I say confidently, my project will be very good, my product. No, you have to support with a reference. Then only they will be accepting it. Otherwise, anybody can write anything. Everything, problem, statement, hypothesis should be all stated with reference. It should be cited. Without citation, if you are writing any proposal, it's no meaning. So you have to write for every single line, every word should have a meaning. It should be supported with a reference. So like, for example, present study also expect to assist in understanding that in-depth inhibition mechanism, how it is doing. So for that, you can give arbitrarily some image also. As I told, your presentation, if you write as a text only, people will be interested less. But if you project, you explain with the image itself, they will come to know, oh, they are explaining the mechanism also. Likewise, in a proposal in detailed planning, you have to write the problem statement. This problem statement can be 1 page also, can be 2 page also. Hypothesis can be, it should be bulleted one. It should be half page or 1 page. Then, once you have identified the problem, you have done the hypothesis, then there will be some question in front of you. Question will be like, let's say if you want to do synthesis, whether we'll be able to synthesize the products, whether we'll be able to develop the product, whether the developed product will be really active, whether we will be able to determine the mechanism, whether the product will be really safe. So all these questions you have to write. Then, and mind it, everything should be interlinked with your title. How you started from the first line, everything should be connected. Don't deviate from that. Whatever is written in the title, based on that, your hypothesis, based on that, your research question, based on that, your research problem should be there. Okay. Next is rationality of research. Because you are writing any proposal, you are proposing what is the rationality? They will ask. Then for that, you will give the literary evidences. Your reports you will attach with it. You will give a justification. Previously also people have worked, they found a good result. So likewise, and your prior research data, which you have published also, all that you will be explaining in rationality of research. It can be a half page, your rationality. not more than that. Otherwise, it will be confusing sometime. Then, next is very important point which we all miss is relevant to government policy. Let's say you are planning for any project, and that project you are giving all the description, problem, very important, rationality, very okay, it's very good, very nice, but it is not relevant with the government policy. So you have to tell our project is lined with the Ministry of Health of the country's policy. It can be India, Nepal, US, Canada, wherever. So their policy, then you have to write their policy name, like National Health Plan for Cancer, for Diabetes 20 to 25 or 20 to 2040. Likewise, there must be some plan. You have to find out from the link, and that link address you have to paste here. You have to cite here also, you have to give a reference. So next, present research proposal will contribute to NHP 2022 or 23-24 as it covers the one of the key health goal. So because in their plan, there will be many health goals. So you will write here, there are 4 goals, 3 goals of this. Our project is contributing that particular goal. So this is relevance to the government policy, if any. Mind it, sometime when you are applying for any grant, national, international, possibly all these things are not structured. Just they will ask you for a proposal and you will submit. So this structuring, if not there, you have to do it with your own. Then coming to your references and objectives. So you will, whatever your Harvard style, Vancouver, or because I told here all the points, you have to cite the references, your problem statement, your objective, your literature review, whatever you're doing. Okay. So, and it should be uniform. Please take care, line to line, it should be all uniform style. Somewhere you're using Vancouver, somewhere Harvard. So you have to be careful in this. Okay. Then objective of research. So now here you will be spelling your objectives. So you will write to perform. Remember, sometime we write to perform, to carry out. Every objective, the first word should be different by right. It shows your quality. You can write to perform, to evaluate, to carry out, likewise. Okay, to conduct. So the activity 1, to carry out the in silico analysis of new drug or whatever, any drug molecule or derivatives. To second, to evaluate or to characterize or to synthesize. Third, to evaluate the in vitro activity. To perform the in vivo activity. Once result received, then you will say to perform the 3D QSAR. So likewise, you are writing the objectives. Remember, as I told, your objective should be matching your time duration. Sometimes we write 10, 20 objectives, but it doesn't match. Your time duration is 2 years, 3 years. You cannot fulfill in that. So your grant will be deselected. Now I come to the question what was asked, detailed planning. In that we come to methodology. Remember, whenever you write any methodology, please try to incorporate a flow chart or any image to support that. Like for example, here we have shown one image I am showing you. Step 0, we told step we have already done. So we have written already done, showed the highest activity, docking done. Now step 2, what for which you are applying for the grant. So that is synthesis. Step 3, step 4, step 5. So people, they don't have to really go into the text sometime because so many thousands of applications are coming. They don't have time. So they can make out from the images, oh, this is good. Then in the beginning itself, out of thousands, 100, they will scrutinize. They will see, okay, everything is written. Okay, likewise, they will keep on eliminating by 1 criteria. So my advice, whenever you write methodology, first of all, you should write a flow chart, a image you need to incorporate. Clear? I think with this, you can easily make out what we are going to do in this. Then you have to explain all, like you are doing in silico analysis, first step. Second, you are doing synthesis. Third step, characterization. Fourth step, in evaluation of in vitro, QSAR. Remember, how we write in a paper, the section wise 1, 1.1, or likewise, here also better try to write in a very detailed manner. And mind it, here also you need to cite your references because you are writing a protocol, but you're not citing the reference. Here also, whatever the Harvard style or whatever you're using, that same style has to be there. Because we all know how to do the research, how to do methodology. We are knowing about that. But in a proposal, we have to keep a detail of this. We have to do it. Okay. I hope I answered this one. Then comes his timeline, what I told. So what are the research activities you will be doing? What will be the starting date? What will be the end date? So likewise, activity, your objective 1, objective 2, objective 3, likewise your activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, likewise your, because what you have in a material methods, in methodology part, you are explaining all these. Okay. So that you will write a start date and ending date. Then you will write about the milestones and dates. So by this time, you will be able to finish this. By this time, you will be able to finish this much percentage. So likewise, you write about the milestone and dates. Then we tell about, like, because what we study, what we were going through all these things, it was in abstract. The same thing we had to write in detail planning later. So here you write about the outcomes, novel theories and finding. What new? Because for the scientific word, you have to tell, no, what new thing? Newer treatment for the disease will be discovered. This study will assist in confirmation and understanding the in-depth mechanism of action of any agent against any disease, particular protein. The resultant data of the present study will be a preclinical data for further findings, clinical trial. So this is a novel theories or findings what you will be giving in your outcome. Second is, outcome can be in form of publications also. So minimum 2 papers or 3 papers or likewise you will be giving, correct? Or patent you will be doing, correct? Or intellectual property right. So then impact on society, what we discussed earlier on the society, economy, society, economy, nation, all this, how we gone through earlier in the abstract, same way you had right. Like on a society is, population is really suffering with corona, with cancer. So you will be able to give them a better quality of life by managing this disease with this agent. Impact on economy, when you are reducing the health burden of the nation, so definitely of the country, then it's an economy. So you are giving low price medicine, you are commercializing, you are patenting, so it will be a benefit for the country. You are improvising the economy. Likewise, you are improvising the IPR and total reducing the health burden of the country. So all these are the outcomes. Outcome also different, novel theory, publication, impact on society and all. Then intellectual property right, as I told, this is the patenting and commercialization. So this is, then we go to the budget, the most important part of any research project. At last, if let's say there are 100 applications, majority of them are eliminated because of budget. If your budget is not justified, you are making in crores and crores, but the budget cost is not that much. Simply you are writing, I'll go for DSC instrument, XRD instrument. Why to purchase when you can have the services? Why to purchase that equipment? Because you are individual applying for a grant. The institute or a university is not applying. It's you are doing individually for a small research project. Correct? So it's, the budget should be justified. It should be supported by quotation as appendix. For example, you are synthesizing some molecule. So for that, a list of chemicals, solvents, consumable, all that will be required. So you need to make an Excel sheet, make a budget of everything and take a quotation from the dealer. That you have to apply as an appendix. Each and every cost has to be calculated and you have to put in a sheet and you write it GST also. That's why I tell you, get a quotation from them, then write as a sheet and attach your appendix. That is budget. Okay. And yes, one thing I forgot, your methodology can be 3-4 pages also, doesn't matter, because depending on your activity, you have to give in detail. Then prior formality before grant submit. This is the most important thing which I'm going to discuss with you, because majority of us, it happens, you know, we make the grant, we do apply so much of effort, we do everything, but lastly grant has been not, we didn't receive the grant. And sometimes some people, we don't know, we have different type of people in the world, right? Some may copy also, correct? So that's why you need to be careful. So before that, you check for plagiarism for your grant when you submit. Do not copy any image. If you are taking any image, take a permission or cite it as CC. And lastly, most important is copyright the manuscript to safeguard your proposal, because everybody is terrified. If I write, if I submit, then what? Somebody copy and they may submit further. Yes, it may happen. We have 5 different fingers. It may happen. To avoid that, copyright your project. It will be hardly 500 or maybe 1,000 rupees. That's all. Go to notary, ask to them, and you can copyright your proposal. Then nobody has got a guts to copy it, because they know the person is very strong. The person has already done the copyright also. They will never ever try for this. Okay, so this is now here image. You can see the two images, right? Approach. Normally it happens sometime when we, write the proposal. Beginning itself will think it will be not be done. I'm not my proposal. So I told, mind it, whatever I told, work on all those areas, and together you write. And for that, most important thing is approach. You can see here, one is a road. If I ask you to drive here on a left-hand side road, to dance here, to sleep here, you can do easily. But the same road, if I am bringing to the Mount Everest height, and I ask you to dance now, to walk now, you will be scared. Why you are scared? Person is same, road width is same, everything same. Then what makes us scared? You know what? What makes us scared is our negative thinking. In the left-hand side, when we are standing, we are dancing, we are roaming, we don't see what is happening on our left and right. But when we are on right-hand side image, we see how much deep it is. If I'll fall from here, what will happen? Please stop all those approaches. Be positive. So see the positive side of the things. Okay. So with this, thank you so much. I'm sorry for some technical problems what happened in between. So once again, thank you so much for the organizers to invite me to share my views and experience with all of you. Now with this, I hand over to the organizer. Thank you so much. Now the floor is open for the discussion. You can ask. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank that a very nice and amazing lecture you have given, and it's the realistic scenario you have shown to us. Actually, I am Dr. Sanjay Kapoor, project scientist at ICMR, New Delhi. So I have just simple question that how to copyright your proposal. Could you please elaborate the things, or do you have any
copyright? Simple it is. Among in our society, wherever you go, any lawyer you can contact. There are many people for IPR and all. They are filing these things. Hardly it will be 500 to 1,000 rupees. You give them, they will do the copyright for you. No issue. They can do it. We don't have to do anything. Just tell them I want to copyright my things. They will do it for you.
Okay.
Simple. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, madam. Now you can ask, please. Yes, please.
In some project, I have applied some project and they are asking for the lab prototype. So what are the main factors we have to consider for that lab prototype?
A prototype. Prototype is means your application wise. Let's say if you have done the fundamental level, you have done your research. What is the further application of the project? Let's say you are going for a synthesis. Okay. You have done the synthesis, characterization, everything. Now you want to go for formulation and all, or commercialization you want to do further. So from the lab to further next level, how you are doing scale up. That is your prototype research, madam.
That should be also like a flowchart, like.
No, all the proposal, as I told, whatever we are doing in a proposal, methodology part, this is I told how our area, how we'll have a better chances of acceptance. We write the text and text, people don't have so much of time to read all those things. So if we describe along with the text with a flowchart kind, it will be easy for us.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If any question asked, sir. Hello, participants. If any question.
Hello. Yes, sir. I have a question.
Sir. Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Vishalji, firstly you can talk.
Yes.
Vishalji.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I'm from agriculture background. I have done my master of science in agriculture and horticulture field.
Yes.
Actually, I'm looking for PhD opportunities abroad, like mostly in Australia and Canada.
Okay.
But there are some other projects that are listed by universities itself, and the professors they have listed And sir, you need to
Okay.
propose the same research proposal as you have referred to us. And
Very nice question. Actually, thank you for asking this question. I'll tell you, whenever you are going to apply for any country, it's a good thing what you asked. Actually, let's say you are going for Canada, US, Australia. What you need to do, you need to go for their health ministry. You try to go there and see what is their health plan. Or let's say, because you're working in agriculture, what is their plan in your department? Likewise, you go to any country and see what is their plan. Based on their plan, you find out the different universities, you see what type of projects they are doing. Based on that, you design your projects.
okay, in the same way, do we need to project a research proposal like you have told
Yes,
earlier?
yes, correct. Same way.
Like in the
Same way.
And in how many pages?
But
Should it be
mind it,
concise or?
I'm sorry, but mind it, in that, whatever you are making a project, please try to incorporate one person from that country, from that particular university, if you want your project to be successful.
Okay, yes, sir. Actually, there are some of the projects listed by the university's professors itself on the university pages.
Okay.
Actually, I'm looking for that, and I have to make the research proposal, and then I'll present like the same way that you have presented earlier.
Great. Very nice.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Bhaktiji, please ask question.
Bhaktiji.
And sir,
Bhaktiji. Bhaktiji, ask your question.
Okay, sir, my question is regarding budget. Like we are applying for various like DST or ICMR, but they are asking for contingency, consumables and non-consumables.
Correct.
So we.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. In the beginning, I could hear contingency. After that, it's cut. Hello.
Sir, this is Sheila from SRM.
Okay.
Sir, can you explain about copyright, sir? One more.
Copyright, ma'am, I told simply we don't have to break our head in much in that. Just talk to a lawyer. In your community or society, somebody will be there. Ask them, I want to copyright my proposal, my project. That's all. They will do it for you. Hardly 500 to 1,000 rupees they will charge. That's all.
Bhaktiji, your turn.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
हेलो सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मुझे रिसर्च प्रपोजल बनाना है, बट प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं रिसर्च गैप ही नहीं फाइंड कर पाती हूँ.
Okay, in which area you are working, madam?
मैंने MSc इन बायोस्टैट किया हुआ है और मैं बायोस्टैट में ही रिसर्च प्रपोजल भी बनाना चाहती हूँ.
ये इसके लिए आई एम सॉरी, आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम योर फील्ड फ्रॉम बायोस्टैट, बट स्टिल आई कैन टेल, आप पेपर तो लिखते होंगे. You must be writing papers and you must be reading many papers, right?
Yes, sir.
हर एक पेपर में आप कुछ पेपर निकालिए, उन पेपर के लास्ट में आप एक वर्ड देखेंगे, लिमिटेशंस ऑफ द स्टडी.
बट मुझे मोस्टली अभी तक कि किसी में मिला नहीं है. अगर मिला भी है तो वो फिर मेडिकल में मिला है, बायोस्टैट में तो नहीं मिला है.
बायोस्टैट में भी मिलेगा. प्लीज गो टू सम गुड जर्नल्स. अच्छे जर्नल में जाइए जिसका करीब 6-7 के करीब इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर हो. आपको उसमें लिमिटेशन ऑफ द स्टडी डेफिनेटली मिलेगा. दिस इज अ वे हाउ यू कैन फाइंड द लिमिटेशन. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल मेथड. Go to any paper which is 6-7 impact factor, or if higher also, no problem. There you will find what is the limitation of study. And in fact, you go for some review article, there they will easily mention all the limitations.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. May I ask my question? There was a network issue.
Yeah, please. You were telling something. Yeah, please come again.
Okay, sir. Yeah, sir, sorry for the disturbance. Actually, we are applying for DST projects and ICMR projects through our departments regularly. But the problem is when we need the budget, there is always a difficulty in planning that contingency, consumables and non-consumables. So is there any protocol regarding that? Like we are always, there is always,
Yeah, actually, one thing I want to tell, when you are making a budget, are you putting all the each and every consumable in an Excel sheet, and are you getting the quotations from the dealers and all, and you are attaching as an annexure with that or an appendix? Are you doing that?
Sir, actually, we are not preparing in an Excel sheet. We are just making it in the this PDF file of that
Simple.
quotation, the scanned document, and
PDF
we
also
are
okay.
making a Word document.
No. That's what I'm telling, madam. Actually, how it happened, they will give you the quotation, you will attach as the appendix. But for you also, there should be a table in which your activity, everything chemical for that particular activity, the list of chemical, another activity, list of chemical, you have to write, and you have to, put their cost and GST, everything including, you have to do it. Normally, we have to focus on every segment of a project. Sometimes happen, our summary is very good, sometimes methodology very good, sometimes problem very good, everything. And sometimes, as you told, the budget, we feel from our side it is perfect, but they should realize they have already done the latest. In that appendix, also your latest list of this year should be there. Dealer's latest
Okay.
quotation.
Yes, sir. And sir, one.
Yes, please.
Okay. And sir, one more thing is regarding traveling allowance to the patients. It is very difficult to calculate the traveling allowance.
No,
Like
traveling allowance,
people,
it can be
our
roughly.
patients are coming
It
from.
can be rough.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be roughly. You can always do like a daily basis, how many patients coming. Based on that, you can just calculate the budget. Like example, like in a city, when you are within the city, there must be some local traveling, how much the expenditure will come. Correct. So that anybody understand. In a city, how much the expenses can come. So outside the city, in a state, how much expenses will come, that will matter. So for that, a little exercise you have to do, little only. How much the train fare, how much is the bus fare, likewise, what is the local transportation, how much can be the cost. So that way, all you can calculate, it's possible. I'm telling you, if you write in this much of concrete level, train, bus, whatever fare per day, I'll tell you, they will be very happy. Because they will realize the candidate has worked on each and every level, the smallest level also.
Okay, sir. For this project, we'll definitely follow your guidance.
Thank you so
About
much.
contingency, how much should be the percentage?
Contingency, actually, because it's the institutional one. So normally the trend is depends on institute to institute, like 10% to 25% also some goes. Like let's say if it's a 100,000 grant is there, then 10% can be 10,000 to 20,000 can be your contingency.
Okay, thank you so much.
Vishal, ask your question.
Sir, I have
Thank
a question regarding cover letter. Do you help me regarding that one also? Like while writing a research proposal, they are asking for the cover letter. What should we mention in that, and what it should be brief or concise? What will be the points that we should have?
Very good. Cover letter also, I'll tell you if that is because this is also they're asking, right? So here also better you write what is your title, what is your team, what is your in short summary you can put in the abstract. I mean, whatever is in your project, lesser than in further short. Let's say 1-page summary you are writing, then there you write the just 4-line summary or 5-line summary.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Should we mention the research we have done and all the education?
Yes. You can tell we have done already the research. The papers also we have published with this. Now it is an extension. We want to do further studies. For that, we need to have fun. These are my a little overview of my project. Then you will mention a 5-6 line summary.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Please. Yes, please.
Abaji, please ask your question. Abaji.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir,
Yes,
I want to ask you, sir, what I didn't understand completely meaning of research gap. Can you please explain about research gap, what it is?
Okay. A research gap is the gray area where people have not done the research so far. Like example, the gap, let's say you have done a research, you have done already the synthesis, your target is doing the cancer study, and you have done the synthesis of molecule. Now to reach to your last outcome, your gap is still your cancer study are due. That's a gap. This is your research. Let's say the other research what people have done already, but on that particular area they have not worked. That is a research gap, gray area. Hello. Yeah.
There is anyone who can ask a questions? Yogi Reddy ji, please ask.
Sir, can you tell me how to approach for a PDF in reputed universities without research proposals?
Yeah, PDF also I'll tell whenever, first of all, PDF, actually, honestly, you need to know how to write a CV. Maybe sometime we can discuss with Dr. Manish. Maybe we should know how to write a CV also. Actually, in a CV, when you go for applying PDF, you need to make a proposal ready for them. Let's say you are applying in Oxford, Harvard, wherever, whichever university, you have to see in that university, particularly in that department, what type of research is going on, because it will be on their website, correct? So in that, you have to see which project they have received this year or recently in last quarter. So then you will come to last quarter means they will be in need of professionals for that. Let's say 3 months before they got a grant in 2000, let's say example 2023, right now it's July. Let's say in 2024, they write in 24, they have received a grant in January month. That means within next 6 months, definitely they will require the professional. Apply there directly. If it is matching with your area, they will take you. Then there you have to make a proposal related to that particular area where they need the people. And you have to show your research and your paper, what you have done related to that line. Then your chances are very bright. In your CV, you need to mention all those.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, please.
Roshni ji, your turn. Roshni ji.
Hello.
Roshni R.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you please explain like how a PG student can write a proposal in the beginning?
What guideline I told just now, please write a proposal just like a paper. How you write a paper, and in the proposal I told all these things highlighted, there need to be a summary. You have to be careful about the title. You have to be careful about the objective. You have to be careful about the methodology, the rationality of work, the outcome of the work, all those things, the budgeting and all. So all these things you have to be careful. And in your team, because you're telling you are a PG, so try to have some more experienced team members with you, then you apply.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, Mohit. Ask the question.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Mohit. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. How one can be a part of a collaborative project at the national level or international level? Someone want to be a part of the international consortium projects part.
Correct. Good question. Actually, the same thing I told just now, the other candidate, what you can do is you need to see in university where you are applying or wherever the institute, you see what on their website, it will be written normally. Internationally, it is there. So on their website, they mention what type of research they are doing and what are the whole staff and all. Then you match your profile, whether you are fitting into that criteria or not. Then you can tell them, ki, okay, we are also working in this line. And we have these many papers and we have these many patents, publication, whatever. We are also keen to join your team. So is it possible? Is there any way we can collaborate? Likewise, you can write to the individually the professor in that university. Hello. Yeah, Mr. Mohit, I hope I am audible to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone questions? If anyone question to ask Shukla sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Very nice presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now, we would like to invite next speaker.
Sir, can I leave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Pramod ji, any question? Hello?
Sir, one more question raised.
Yes, yes. Hello, Neeraj sir?
Yes, sir.
Actually, just Pramod ji, I think. Pramod ji, boliye. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Pramod ji.
I think he left, sir. We can start.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I think Pramod ji is left now.
Yes, sir. Any questions, sir?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for patient hearing.
No, sir. Very nice presentation, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, we would like to thank Neeraj Korea, sir. The sir presentation is very nice, and I think.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for
Yes,
interruption.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
we will got recording of this session, no?
Yeah,
We
surely.
will got recordings, no?
Yes, surely. I will be provide the recording video.
Thank you, sir.
Now, we would like to invite Dr. Shivkanya Fuloria, ma'am. Dr. Shivkanya Fuloria is presently working as a senior associate professor at Faculty of Pharmacy, AIMST University, Malaysia, and very rich experience in more than 20 years in research and teaching experience. Having to her credit, there are 7 national and international research grants and 12 patents granted in Australia, Germany, South Africa, and India. And ma'am wrote more than 5 books on spectroscopy and pharmaceutical science management and pharmacoeconomics, and more than 8 book chapters published in international reviewed books with ISBN numbers and MOOC chapters, and more than 157 papers published in highly impact journal. And the ma'am is the cumulative impact factor of the article is 400. Now, ma'am, I would like to invite you in 7-day FD program.
Thank you so much, sir, for a nice introduction. And I am happy to be here, part of this FDP. So I'll share my presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, can you see my presentation, sir?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay, so as I told, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge. Okay, I'm not an expert, but I'm just sharing knowledge. This is the good platform to share and discuss with each other. So I'm discussing about today, or I'm talking about the online referencing tools available, which help us to write the articles as well as thesis and research grant. Just now, Dr. Neeraj already discussed about the research grant. So that is also one of the area where we can use this online referencing tool. Okay, what is referencing actually? Basically, it is a method, scientific method, because you just don't use the referencing. You need some basis, okay, to write your data, to explain your data with certain information, okay, with standard of set of information. And what is the purpose of referencing here? For easy identification, to make like we can easily search the information by using these referencing tools, and retrieval is easy. So for that purpose, you might have seen, or while writing research paper or thesis or a research grant, you need to add references. References are the key backbone of any thesis. Okay, I don't know now, but during my master's, my supervisor, he told, or during my PhD also, my supervisor told, whenever we want to see any students had worked or not, first we will see the referencing, how he cite the reference, how he or she, or how he wrote the paper, or how he wrote the thesis. So this is one of the important point whenever you write thesis or paper or anything. Okay, so why we should include the references in manuscript? Because today I'm discussing about how to write, how to include the references in manuscript. So you can see here why this is important, to give the credit and ideas of work of other authors, because it's like a sometime you might have seen we give the in acknowledgement in our thesis. Okay, whosoever support us, we give the acknowledgement. So it is like acknowledging the people work and ideas, because sometime we are not expert, we are just exchanging the knowledge. Okay, some of researcher maybe where you are working, for example, you might be working on a diabetes portion, or maybe some of you may be working as I know this is conference related to some of the researcher which are from agriculture background. Maybe you are working on endophytes or epiphytes, and you want to know what kind of the extent of the work people has done, and you want to proceed with that work, so you can give credit to, or their ideas to those authors. Then you can allow other authors to find out the original resources, or as a researcher, you also want to find out, okay, where from that methodology came in. Like for example, when I was working on anti-inflammatory models, normally you might have across research paper, one of the research paper, it is the methodology was developed in 1975. Okay, that was the original paper, and from that people cited, and that paper, the methodology adopted for anti-inflammatory studies. Then work information, what kind of the work information? We can go with the referencing tools, and then recognition, authentication of that work. Okay, so these are the key points for which we have to include the references. Okay, that is the purpose of referencing here. Then citation is nothing but the act of quoting. Okay, we are quoting somebody's work. Okay, it's like we are purposely highlighting that person, that individual, that organization by giving citation. So the quote means to speak or write from another, usually with credit acknowledgement. So we are giving the acknowledgement to that particular person or organization, and that for that purpose we have to cite in paper, in thesis, or in just now Dr. Neeraj discussed with you all about a research grant, and one of the important point he highlighted, referencing, how you reference, how you give weightage to your work. That is happen only with the help of citation and references. Okay, so what is the purpose of citations here? So that is, you are acknowledging the source, the information where from you got, what are the external resources or papers or theses or websites what you have used. Then you the citation will help us to put the work in line, in link with the other work. For example, we are working right now on periodontitis, just now sir discussed with you. So one of our master student he worked earlier, and then on the basis of that we published one paper, and after that we applied for a grant. So when we applied the grant, we were having the proofs, like solid evidence that we have worked with this, and now we are elaborating this work. We are elaborating for the mechanism. So we can cite, with the help of citation and references, we can cite that particular work in line and to understand the work. Okay, sometimes some protocols, methodology, we have to adopt. Okay, sometimes we write in our research paper also modified procedure or modified protocol. So this modified protocols, that means we have referred someone's paper or someone thesis or someone website where from we adopted the procedure. So we want to understand the work. For that purpose, we need the citation, then justifies the inferences. Sometime under discussion part, those who are doing research project or maybe PG students, when you write the discussion under the research paper, you have to justify your research, how your research is good. Okay, how it is helping to means how your research outcome is justifying with the other people research. So you have to justify by giving the citation and references, then evaluate the uniqueness and scope of the manuscript. You might have seen many times when we submit the paper to some journals, they may they say, okay, we have a lot of papers in line, so we cannot accept your paper or we cannot evaluate your paper. So to find out what kind of the uniqueness of your paper and scope of paper, you have to use the citation and then acknowledge the work and make findings, whatever your findings, you can make a stronger by giving the citation. So these are the things or purposes of the citations you can see here. Then what kind of the referencing styles are there? So you can see here we have a different kinds of referencing styles. Van Core style, which is number in format. Then we have a APA style. Mostly APA style is used in education sector, psychology sector, social science background, those who are having. Then we have a Harvard styles. Harvard style, most of the journals, mostly either they will follow the Harvard style or Van Core style. Then we have a Chicago styles, and we have a AMA style, and we have a MLA style. But AMA and MLA style, mostly they MLA style is used in literature and art. People, they will use AMA style, mostly medicine or biology background people they will use. And APA and Harvard style is somewhat similar. It's like a somewhat similar, but most of the paper journals, if you see their referencing style, they are following the Harvard style. Okay, whatever the referencing styles may be different in their representations, but almost whatever style you use, the Van Core style or you use the Harvard style or APA style, the purpose of all kind of the style or anything, they provide the same information and they serve the same purpose. Just now we have seen the purpose, okay, like why to give the references, what is the reason, different reasons we have seen, reasons for citations. So our main purpose to acknowledge the people work, we want to find out the information for so that is the main purpose of any referencing style. So to provide the same information and serve the same purpose. Okay, so citation in reference. So you can see there are three kinds of the citations. Okay, citation sequence. So in case of citation sequence, you are giving numbers to refer the references list. Okay, numbered sequentially. You might have come across every journals will have a different kind of referencing style. Some they may ask you to write the number. Okay, so it is somewhat Van Core style. Okay, some thesis also they may give the number, and in bibliography or in referencing they will ask you to give the like number 1, number 2. Then next is a citation name, where also you will use the numbering system. Reference, you will give the reference list, but alphabetically. Okay, alphabetically you will give the reference list and name in year. When we talk about the Harvard style, mostly the Harvard style, not mostly, it is following the name and year. Okay, the surname of the author and year of publication and reference list. Sometimes it's alphabetically, sometimes it depends on journal to journal. It varies the thesis style to university to university. Okay, when goes to your research grant also, it varies, depend on what kind of the organization, what styles they are following. You have to follow the style accordingly. Okay, so coming back to the referencing tools, and earlier when we used to, like 5-6 years back, when we used to submit the paper manually, we have to edit paper, and most of the time, if like let's say rejection comes, then we again modify according to that particular general instructions. But now our life is easy. We have online tools, free online tools. There are paid and online tools are available, but we have a free tools also. So you can see here the technology assisted free referencing management tool. So we have a Zotero, we have a SiteFast, we have a EasyBible. Microsoft Word also will help you to give the to generate the referencing style. Google Scholar, OT2B, Bible, and all. Zotero is one of the important free referencing management that I will discuss in detail. Then we have a paid referencing management tool also, like EndNote, ReferenceWorks, and CiteDisc for me. Okay, these are actually depends on university to university. If they are giving like software, they are allowing a student to use this kind of the software. So this software is also very much helpful for writing thesis as well as manuscript. Okay, so any kind of whether the free software you are using or paid software using, all these are important, or they support in retaining the uniformity. Okay, because every journals have a standards, and every journal want the particular reference in particular referencing style, or you are writing thesis in particular referencing style. You have to give the thesis reference also. So these particular tools, whatever discuss, these all tools what I just now showed you, all they will support in retaining the uniformity of reference styling, and it will reduce the risk of overlapping citation. Sometimes you're writing 300 references. It's very difficult. It's very challenging. Sometimes you may fed up, you may add on the same references, or there might be possibility the same reference may appear at 2 times. That can be possibility. You can give like a 1A and 1B you can write. Sometimes you can quote the same references. It's like a Harvard style. You can give the same references, but whatever the tools you are using, they will help you to maintain the uniform referencing style. That is the purpose of referencing tool here. Okay, so we already saw the different kinds of the tools. So first tools I am discussing here, the SiteFast. Okay, this is the online tool available. You can easily, those who are not having maybe not able to get the other tool, maybe some of you may not be many aware about the software handling and all. So you can use this particular site, and its site is actually very helpful to generate the references. So you can type in Google like www.sitefast.com. You can go to the link. You can create the your account. Okay, if without account also you can access, and whatever the referencing tools, references you will prepare, it will retain for 3 days. Okay, without your without your account. But my suggestion, if you want to retain forever, you want to make the list of your references, you can create the account on site first. Okay, very simple. Just you have to write your first name, last name, and email ID, and just you have to put your password. And once you create the this particular login ID, you can see you will able to see the different kinds of the style. As I told you, it has a different kind of APA style, updated APA style. Okay, APA style is almost similar like a Harvard style. Okay, something is better than nothing. Okay, when you are doing editing everything manually, it will take a time. So my thing is, something is better than nothing. So you can use this particular site to generate your references. Okay, to generate your references. So just now you can see I have created the account and I put like online webinar. I just created here. So this is the step 5. You can see here online webinar. Just I created the list here, and you can see here we have a lot of option to generate the references. We can create the references for the web page, for the book, for the journal, and for other. Sometime as manually if you are doing, you may not able to create the references for this web image, or for the dissertation, for the newspaper, or for the just now Dr. Neeraj discussed with you government policies. Okay, so sometime government policies you have to search on the government website, and you have to quote, you have to give the citation by using the government site also. So you can use sometime some lecture notes, sometimes some dissertation, online thesis are available. So you can create the references by using this particular tool. Okay, so you can see here, first thing I'm showing you how to create the references for web page. So just you have to type the web page. Okay, the what kind of the web page you want to create a reference. So the link you will put here, and once you put the link, you can see automatically it will come what kind of the authors are there, what kind, when it was published. Sometime you may not have the author's name also, you just have the link. Okay, sometimes some people they write the blogs. Okay, some blogs also very informative, and you want to put the information by using that blogs also, you can use this particular website to create the reference. So once you have created, you have to save the citation as well as the reference. Okay, you can see here, and once you save the citation, you have to in the next step you have to next step you can see here, I have saved the references, and you can see here I got the web page references inbuilt. Okay, inbuilt you can see the benefits of pharmaceutical research, the year as well as the date, and which site is showing, that all information I got, and in-text citation also I got. Okay, sometime it may happen anonymous people they write the blogs. Okay, but information may be true or maybe very correct in line to our research or our paper. So we want to include the references, so you can generate the citation as well as references. The next is a book. Okay, you want to create the reference for book, and you can see here just I type we have a books published. Just now introduction told you that we have a books. So you can see here we have a books. Just I put the author name. I can put the book name also. I can put the author name. You can see here we got title here, spectroscopy, fundamental and data interpretation. So I got the references and automatically it generated what kind of the authors are there. Okay, you want the print, because it may be, the book may be available in print form or maybe web page form. So it depends. It was a print form, so it took a print form, and you can see here all information captured. And finally, I saved the citation. And once I saved the citations, you can see here, I got the book reference automatically prepared. Otherwise, I have to type manually the author name, the when it was published, in which year, and the title, everything. So you can see it is giving all the information. As I told, something is better than nothing. Okay, so something is better than nothing. I got the information, or this is the book. So it is easy for me to use for my referencing. Okay, the next about the journal. Okay, you want to create the journal, you just put your title or DOI of that particular journal, and you can see here it automatically it will capture how many authors are there, what is their short form, okay, what is their surname, and it is available print or electronic form, when it was published, what is the article title. And you can see here I have saved the citation and I got the reference with all the detailed information. Okay, what kind of the authors are there, when it was published, and what is the volume number, issue number, page number. Okay, it showed everything here. So this is the final step for journal. And then now proceedings, confer proceedings. Sometimes it is very difficult to find out the some researcher, they present their research paper in conferences. They give the presentations, very informative presentations. Sometimes we may not able to find out the correct references. So you can use this particular tool to generate the conference references also. Okay, so you can see here I have put some conference information, and I got the information here. The citations are saved here. Okay, so you can see this is the final step here, where I generated the reference for conference also, okay, for books also, for website also, and for book also. Okay, so you can see everything I saved, because I already prepared one online webinar and the referencing particular folder, and in that particular everything saved. Now this I can copy and paste, or I can export in Word file. So whenever you want to you can generate and you can export in Word file. So you can see this is the image of Word file. So I got this is the final outcome, where I can list all the information and I can copy the citations. Okay, so citations, this is whom this particular site, those who can use, which those who are not aware about the softwares, then they don't know how to handle the softwares, they can use this particular site to generate the citations and references. I hope it will be very useful, those who are doing writing research paper, maybe the thesis. If you don't know how to handle the other softwares, you can use this particular tool. Okay, so this is the final outcome. We got to write the references. The next is Microsoft Word. Okay, Microsoft Words, many of us are using, okay, but we never explore the Microsoft Word. So in latest version of Microsoft Word, one of the tab, you can see the references. You can write the references in Microsoft Word itself only. But for that, you need to have the knowledge how to write the references or how to cite the references by using the Microsoft Word. So you can see here, I have showed the tab references, and you can see you can go for the search. There is one option here, search or researcher. Okay, So you can just click on the researcher part, and once you click on researcher part, you can find here the find resources. Okay, what kind of the information you want to find out. Okay, you are writing paper on cancer, you are writing paper on antimicrobial activity. So I just put antimicrobial activity here. Maybe you can specify. This is just webinar purpose I put here. So you can see here antimicrobial activity, and down you can see there is a sources. I got the sources. Depends on what kind of the reference you want to find out, because I have not particularly key the words. I just told I want to find out the antimicrobial activity. I have not specified what kind of the plant or which family or what kind of the like research, in which research I want. I just want to show you that for that purpose only I have here, I put here. So you can see here, I got the information, I got the source, where from I just need to add the source as a citation. Okay, if it is relevant to my paper or my thesis, you can add in as a citations. And once you add this source as a citation, you can see here step 4, add this source as a citation. So once you add the citation here, automatically you can see bibliography inbuilt. Okay, inbuilt you got the bibliography. As the standard quote I told you, something is better than nothing. Okay, so here you got the list, you are getting the citation, and you are automatically it inbuilt. The reference is showing everything. You can see here the title of this particular paper, when it was published. Okay, what is the volume number, what is the page number, when it was retrieved. Okay, when you retrieve that information and which site you have retrieved, all this information you will get. Okay, sometimes for research purpose also you want to find out the different sources, you can use this particular tool to find out. Okay, you have a Google uncle, but you can use this also as a your auntie. Okay, Microsoft auntie. Okay, so this is the final outcome, and you can see here different kinds of styles are there. You may not get the exact styles what you want for your research paper, but you can get the different kind of style. And most of the research paper, either they will follow the APA style or Vancouver style or Harvard style. Just little bit change will be there. Sometime the year will be front, or sometime year will be behind, or maybe they sometime the author name may be short form. Some variation may be there. So you can automatically, you can just rearrangement yourself you can do, but you can get the list of references inbuilt in Microsoft Word. Okay, so this is the one of the tool. Then next, my favorite and most easy to handle. Okay, my favorite is Zotero. Last 5-6 years I am using this particular tool, and this is very means freely available, no charges, free of charges. Okay, and this is very useful for PG students, PhD students, research people, those who are doing the research, scientists. Okay, for all of them, this particular tool is very good. It's freely available. So Zotero is one of the free available tools. So you can see, you just type in Google zotero.org. So the web page will open, and this is one of the it's true, it is a personal research assistant of us. Okay, so once you just Google in the zotero.org, you will get the website, that is the web page will appear, that is Zotero, and you can download the Zotero. There are 2 options. You may get Zotero 5, maybe updated version you will get, and you have to download both. Okay, the step 3, you have to download Zotero, both Zotero as well as Zotero connector. Why we have to install the Zotero connector, I'll tell you later. So both Z plus your Google Chrome connector, you have to download Zotero connector. It depends what kind of the browser you're using. Okay, depending upon that, you have to download the connector. Okay, here I am using the Google Chrome mostly, so I'm installing the Zotero for the Google Chrome. Okay, so you have to download the Zotero, then you will see the file like this. Okay, and once you have download the file, you just normal how every software when you download, you just click in. It will ask you, you have to run it, and it will ask you the option next only. Okay, so you can see here, just we have to click the next word, and whether you want to go the standard or you want to choose particular options only. So normally whenever you are new, you are using, you try to download in a standard format. Okay, so once you have download in a standard format, it will ask you, it will show you the completing the Zotero setup. And once you have complete the Zotero setup, you can see, you will when you open the software, you will see the what I can say, the web page, a software page. Okay, the software page, it will look like this. Okay, so you will see here my library, my publications. Okay, everything you will see here. And once you have download this, along with that you have to download the Zotero connector. Why this Zotero connector is important? Because we are retrieving the references online, okay, through Google. So this Zotero connector, whatever you will search Google, when you just save in a Zotero connector, it will save automatically into your library. Okay, automatically in library. You can see I have just clicked here one paper related to the synthesis and characterization of silver nanoparticle, and I saved in my library. I just click to save in my library. So this will appear, the Zotero connector, it will appear in your library. Okay, in your desktop software, you will see the short key. Okay, the short key, when you will open, that time it will appear in your library. So this is actually, I want to show you in Word file how it looks like. Okay, the automatically Zotero will come. Sorry, I want to show you one thing. When you open the Word file, automatically in your along with your Word, the Zotero will get integrated. Okay, you need not to separately add on to in your Microsoft Word. It will be involved. Whenever you will open the Microsoft Word file, you will see, you will get one tab which showing the Zotero. Okay, one tab you will see, and you will see here, add, edit the citation, add, edit the bibliography, unlink the citation. Okay, so once you have completed the writing the references, and you can unlink the references also from the Zotero, that option is there. So once you can see here in your Word file, you will see the Zotero option. So you can see here the keep sources sorted or classic view. So you have to click on classic view, and classic view, you want to put the citation. Okay, you have to just click on edit and add citation. Okay, you just click on a tab where you have to add or edit the citation. So I want to add the citation related to the synthesis of silver nanoparticle. Just I clicked on that, and this particular this particular reference got selected, and you can see here I got the list of references along with the citation. Okay, you can see the Irvani S. et al. 2014 is giving the full reference, as well as it is giving the citation. So this is actually the benefit of this particular Zotero, and Zotero has more than 30, near about 30,000 of referencing styles. Okay, different referencing styles. So maybe whichever journals you are following, you may get, or if you're not getting also, as I told, many papers or journals, they are following the Harvard style or Vancouver style, or your thesis also, your university they may following, they may be following the Harvard style or this Vancouver style. Okay, so you can just modify according to your need. Okay, so you can use the Zotero. And another good thing about Zotero, if you don't want to download and you are not able to find out how to use the Zotero, you can use the Zotero Bible. This is also the free website is available, and this will create the instant reference for you. Okay, instant citation as well as reference. Just you have to put the URL, or you can just put the ISBN number or DOI number or PubMed ID or whatever the title you just, and you can create the citation. Okay, you can see here, I just showed you here how the bibliography, you just copy and paste in your paper. Okay, if you don't know how to download the Zotero software, or but it's very easy. Zotero handling of Zotero software is very easy. You can easily integrate with the Word file, and you can use Zotero freely. It's a free available. It's almost similar to EndNote, Manley referencing styles. It's almost similar, and but when I go through all, because I have used the EndNote also, it's not freely available. It's paid. You have to pay some USD as a student also, or as a researcher also, or at university level also. You have to. The benefit of EndNote is it is all the elsewhere, whatever the journals are there, all referencing style you will get. Those referencing style in Science Direct, mostly Science Direct, the referencing style, all everything you will get in EndNote. But EndNote is paid version. So my advice, whosoever want to use, you can go with Zotero, or if you don't want to download Zotero, you can use the Zotero Bible. Okay, so this is the very good option. Then we have a Zotero Bible also. It's like a Zotero Bible, but instead of going Zotero Bible, you can just use the Zotero Bible. And we have a dossier. This is mostly librarian people, they might be using this kind of the softwares. Is like an integration, and it will also manage everything, your literature, as well as it will manage the PDF. It will highlight it will sort out the annotation. It will give the comments, as well as you can just organize in a way. I have not explored it. Just I am giving you information. Whosoever want to explore, they can try this particular software. Then we have a easy buy. Okay, here also you can create the citation. Even you can check the plagiarism, but some of it's not fully free. Something. I think you have to mute. Okay, so you can use the citationsite.com also. You can use the citation. Excuse me, please mute yourself. Okay, so you can use the bibliographic.com also. You can use BibleMe also. You can use the EndNote. Just now I told EndNote is very good. You can. It's a similar like Zotero. It's a eco kind. Okay, so you can use EndNote. And
it's echoing, ma'am. Echoing.
I don't know who. I think I'm not sure who is open. Maybe. Okay, so you can use the reference work. You can use. Yeah, you can use the site this for me, but this is also not free version. Sometime it may give up to certain limit. It will give you the free version, but This is also very good. You can generate references in Harvard style or APA style, whichever style you want. And one of the good thing is we can use the PubMed also. Okay, sometime okay, all these things you don't want to use, you can use the PubMed. PubMed, one of the option is there. You can see here. We can have one option where we can generate the citation. Even Google also, we can Google Scholar, if you just type the whichever the reference you want to find out the APA style or referencing style, there is an option where you can download that particular reference. You can just copy it. Okay, so in nutshell, whatever the research paper you are writing or review paper you are writing, it involves it needs the accuracy. For writing the paper, you have to give the valid information and you have to cite the information in correct way. Okay, so references are the important parameters required to validate the data information what you are writing. You have to give the source in correct way, and for citation of sources also you have to write the correct reference in a concise manner, in proper manner, in consistent manner. Okay, uniformity you have to mention, and the good research writing or good manuscript writing is based upon how you write, how you cite that particular paper or word or line. Okay, so good you have to give the credit to the particular worker, or you have to show your work in line with your previous work. Okay, so based upon the in nutshell, I can tell you that the importance of reference in writing articles is important. This particular webinar is for that purpose only, that what kind of the softwares are available and how they can helpful to write your research paper and grant or maybe thesis. So in nutshell, you can use these tools. Most of the tools are available, freely available, and as I told, Zotero is one of the important key software which you can easily find out and you can download, and it will be integrated with your Word file. As I told, I am actually using this software for long time. Last 6-7 years I am using this software, and because of this software also, one of the contribution in writing all these papers or writing grants, everything because of this software helped me a lot. Okay, so thank you so much for patience listening, and thank you so much. So these are the references. So with this, thank you very much for patientful listening. If you have any questions, I can answer it now.
If there is any questions, please raise your hands. We allow all. Please
Good
raise
evening,
your
ma'am.
hand.
Ma'am, yes, sir. I raised and I have to ask.
Yes.
Okay.
One by one, ask question.
First, wish you very good evening, ma'am, and thank you so much for this nice session. You and sir explained very nicely and very good. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Ma'am, my first, I have some major queries. Like my first question is, what is the difference between references and bibliography?
Okay, ma'am. Actually, references means particularly you have to follow the sequence, everything. And in bibliography, you can actually give the references, different kind of the references you can give in bibliography. Okay, so majorly when you code the references, that you have to follow the particular, like for example, you are citing inside your manuscript. Okay, inside your thesis also you are citing. So that particular thing you have to also write under the references, but in bibliography there is no such rules. So bibliography is like a open ground. So sometime when we come across thesis, mostly sometime we have to give the bibliography. Sometime it's bibliography, you can give all the references, you can quote in bibliography, and you don't follow exact sequence also in bibliography.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, second thing, see, can I ask in Hindi? You understand Hindi
Yes,
language?
yes, no problem. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, just I'm assuming that I am reading a research paper, and the one line is very good and it's very relatable to my research or my paper, and I want to add that line. And in that research paper, वो जो लाइन है वो ऑलरेडी साइटेड है किसी के द्वारा, मतलब उस लाइन के ऊपर उसके लाइन के बाद एक साइटेशन है और वो पेपर किसी और का है. तो मैं अगर उस लाइन को अपने पेपर में लिखना चाहती हूँ तो फिर मुझे कैसे साइटेशन करना चाहिए, क्योंकि वहां पे दो ऑथर्स आ जाएंगे, एक तो उनका जो रियल ऑथर जो इनका पेपर है और एक जो उन्होंने जिनको साइट कर रखा है. तो अब हम कैसे उनको उस लाइन को लेके साइट करें?
Sometime you can go for the cross referencing also, or sometime you can use the paper who quoted this particular reference. Okay, because they wrote inside the reference, and you can quote that particular paper also, because either way you can go the cross referencing, the original reference you can cite, or you can give the paper who's citing this particular reference. By both way you can just tell.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That's it. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the wonderful session, ma'am. I have a doubt. Means most of the times we use citations for our to support our findings. So
Okay,
sometimes we get the results which are out of the context results, and those results are not matched with our literature, whatever the reviews we are having. So how can we cite those new findings?
Okay, in that case, sir, maybe because when you started your research findings, okay, so just now Dr. Neeraj discussed, right, about the research gap. Okay, so you can state that those research gap, and you can say your uniqueness of your result. You can just correlate those research gap with your uniqueness of your result, because it may happen you are the first person who invented that particular data or the research project, okay, product, okay, whatever the results. So you can just quote that research gap, okay, whichever the paper or maybe the thesis or something there, because some basis, some questions you might have took while designing the paper or research, okay. So you can highlight and you can just correlate those things. You can
Thank
say
you.
also, this is the first time you are reporting. You can just say this thing also. This is the first time we have invented. Nobody can challenge these things.
Sometimes the different kind of output also, you know, there are so many findings are there, but our result is entirely opposite to those findings.
Yeah,
So
it can happen. So because you can just tell this thing because you are the first person, but somewhere you might have understood the research gap of that particular, or maybe the other researcher have their different result and your results are different. You just can compare. Under the discussion, you can just compare how your results are different in a way the other researcher did. You can just justify, because you have to prove your result and your data is completely different than other researcher. You have to give the justification.
thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the clarification.
Okay, sir.
Kritika Agrawal ji.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Ma'am, I just want to ask, like, as a third-year student for Bachelor of Biotechnology, I'm a little bit confused about the difference between and citations. Are the anchor texts in the any kind of report or research writing, are those the citations or the reference?
Actually, your year 3 student, are you undergoing any research project or anything? Assignments you might be receiving? Oh, yeah, for
Ma'am,
assignment also? Actually, your voice is lagging. That's why I cannot hear properly. Yeah,
Am I
now
audible
audible.
now,
Can
ma'am?
you repeat your question, please?
Ma'am, my question is, as a third year student of Bachelor's of Biotechnology, I'm little bit confused about research writing. For I'm difference between the citations and the reference. Are the citation or the anchor text the references?
No. Actually, citation is in text. When you write the in text, okay. For example, Fuloria S. et al. 2019. That is citation. Down when you see the references, Fuloria et al. And paper title something here and that is called the references. So you are citing inside the text, in text. That is called the citation. Clear?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Neelam Thakurji.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Neelam Thakurji.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I want to
Good
know
evening.
that which are the best citation management tool, which is free of cost. According to you, I think Zotero is the best one.
Yeah,
But
Zotero is
we
the
are
best.
using EndNote. I think
EndNote
people
also
are
best
using EndNote.
because EndNote also best because Zotero. Why I told Zotero it's a freely available because everyone is not maybe affordable to get the EndNote. Okay, it's not affordable. So some EndNote is good because all science direct paper, elsewhere paper, everything referencing style. I
Springer
think more
Nature
than
paper and elsewhere. Elsewhere and Springer Nature paper, I think EndNote.
Yes, EndNote and different referencing style you will get. Means you need not to and in EndNote one good thing is you can modify accordingly your need also, because when I use EndNote I accordingly modified what I want, like thesis or because sometimes some university thesis is different style, so accordingly we can modify in EndNote, but EndNote one drawback only, we have to pay for that. Zotero is freely equivalent actually, but Zotero is also very good.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Miss Abha Goyal ji.
Next question.
Miss Abha Goyal ji.
Sorry, sir, I forgot my question. I'm revising. And if anyone can question.
Okay, Gogi Reddy ji.
Ma'am, one more doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
While going through some research papers and theses, I have find that there are some citations are there. But when we go to check that in the reference section, those citations means those references are not available. Those literature are not available. How can we find that?
How can we find
the source?
Actually,
we can find
source.
that. Using Zotero, we can find that.
Actually, sir, you can find, but maybe you can use other softwares also, like you can use the PubMed, you can use the Google Scholar also to find out those references. And you can use Zotero also. Zotero, if it is in PDF form, it will read that particular like a reference and it will show you. No issue in that.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have sorted out that author and year name, and I have searched it in Google Scholar, but I didn't get results. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, you may go to the PubMed also, sir. There is one site, PubMed is also there. Okay, so in that
Can
also
you
can just
type it in the text chat, ma'am? Can you type it in the chat?
Sure. No problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Miss Abha Goyal ji.
Yes, sir. My last question is, when we do referencing, when we citation in any research paper there is more than 2 or 3 researchers, we
Yes.
can write the name of first author and then et al. We can say in citation.
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
say like that in reference also, or we have to put all names of all authors in references? What is the correct way?
Actually, normally in references, it depends on journal to journal how they ask, whether they are asking only first author name and just et al. Then you will give in that way, or they are asking the full details. Minimum 3 to 5 people's name you can just add on. Okay, minimum 3 to 5. Then after that you can write the et al. Like for example, paper maybe more than 3 researcher are there. Okay, so you can just write the et al.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Anyone else is there? Anyone else is there?
Yes, there
to
is
ask?
someone.
Indumati
Indumati ji.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Please.
hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hello,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Sometimes while citing, I find that some of the papers, the full text is not given. So in that case, they ask for subscription and all. Is there any other way wherein we avoid subscription and we get that paper?
Actually, you have to get the subscription also. It depends on like our library. Sometimes they have access pharmacy. There is access pharmacy also available. Then clinical trial key also available is online. So maybe it depends on like in which university you're working. So if they have access, you can get that one also, ma'am. Okay, you can get the paper from that also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Next question is from Kritika Agrawal. Kritika.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, I just want to ask, I have recently made a project. I've worked on a project called in silico drug designing for breast cancer from a private lab. And while making the project file, the report file, being unaware of how to exactly to improve your writing skills and how it's scientific. Have mentioned any kind of citations, only references I mentioned, and during my the main body of the project file, I've just mentioned the number like bracket 1 for one reference and for the second. So do I need to mention the citation?
I sorry, you can just pardon your.
Kritika, it is requested to you. Kritika, it is requested to you to firstly move a bit away from the mic because of echo. Even majority of the candidates are not able to hear your voice. Okay, Kritika.
Okay. Can you repeat please question?
Yes, please repeat, Kritika.
Ma'am, am I audible now properly?
Yes.
Ma'am, I have recently worked on a project called in silico drug designing, and while making a project file for it, I haven't mentioned any kind of citations, being unaware of the better research methods, how to write the file.
Yeah. Actually, you should cite references. You should acknowledge everything. Okay, so that is the first thing, first thumb of rule, I will say. Whenever you're writing any project, any thesis, any manuscript, make sure you give the credit as well as you support your whatever study with some references. Okay. This actually referencing is very much important.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, mentioned only citation. So do I need to work on it? Like, do I need to add
Yes,
citation?
you have to add the citation. You have to add the citation as well as references, okay, in a proper manner. You just follow whichever style, like a Harvard style or a Vancouver style, but most probably all research paper, whenever you see, they will follow the Harvard style. So my advice, you just follow the Harvard style, and I hopefully it will be good then.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
nice question, Kritika. Hopefully you got the answer. The next question will be from Solomon Relu, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
My question is like, while seeing the research papers, that so many research papers will not open as well. They don't have access to download as well. So, can you please give me any idea how to do?
That's a good question.
Actually, there is all like a paid options are there to get the papers, but maybe some sites are there where from you can retrieve the paper.
Like, I'm using SCHI Sci-Hub,
Yes.
ma'am.
Sci-Hub,
Where, where I can few of the research papers will download from there. Like, any sites are there.
Actually, frankly speaking, our library is having softwares subscribed, so we get from that only. So there is no free kind of options are there, but Sci-Hub definitely it is useful. But maybe we can just from abstract also, if we can get the information, it is like for citing purpose, we can use that particular abstract.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sulami. Relu, I would like to add that, Sulami, Relu, we have also faced similar problems in the initial phase of our research, because I was in almost a C grade city doing my work. So at that time, scihub.cc was being started. It's a good website, although they used to change the web address quite a lot number of times, and you can download the papers from there. Another method could be you can directly mail to the correspondence author, because in the abstract that mail ID of the corresponding author is there, and you can request that corresponding author to give you the paper. The third method could be, if there is someone who is in a well-reputed laboratory or in IITs or in AIMST, they would have the access to each and every journal. You can request any member, any such particular person from where you can get it. Okay. And the fourth and the last thing is that there is a national medical library facility which is available along with AIMST, and now a digital library has also been constructed in IIT Kharagpur. Okay, any scholar of any place in India could register itself from that digi library, and you can request the download of a paper. Okay, they will provide you the paper for free. Okay, so that's the only thing, or they will take a minimum amount of money from you. Even if you didn't know about that thing and you want a web address for that, you just write to me and I will be definitely looking to help you out. So
Thank you,
sir. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin sir, for enlightening also. Okay, that is true. We can just email, and we have another ResearchGate also now freely accessible. Many thousands of papers you will get, and even that one Baidu also there, one site where you can find out it is actually from China, but we can access and we can get the papers from there also. And of course we are here to support you, so if any one of you want, then we can just get the paper for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
The next question is invited from K. Shri.
Yeah.
K.
I'm Manjri. I just wanted to continue what you Nitin sir has said, but the problem with Sci-Hub recently is that you can't get any of the 6 months old, latest 6 months old publications.
That's a problem.
Earlier it was there, so almost like it's just not 6 months, almost like 1 year. You can't even find latest 2022 papers also. I just wanted to highlight, but you have given all the possible options. So maybe we can continue using this group to help each other, especially those who have access to papers, and just put in DOIs and get access. That's it. Thank you very much.
True, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Next question would be narrated from Iti Sharma, ma'am. Iti Sharma, ma'am. Iti Sharma, ma'am, are you there? Can I invite Abha Goyal, ma'am? Abha Goyal.
Sir, I just want to tell you that link sent to us also, that digital library, we also registered.
Okay. No problem. So that's important information. Please do share with us, and we will forward it to the group so that others can also know about it. Okay. Any other query? Iti ma'am, any other query? Anyone else wants to ask anything? Please raise your hand.
So, ma'am, you say that even if we have only the abstract, we can cite? Only
Yes,
abstract also we can
can, because some digital availability is there and proof is there, so you can.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. So there's no need to have the entire paper to send.
No need, because you have a particular like a site or something kind of the abstract. Like most of the time, PubMed also they will give only abstract, so you can just cite that particular paper using PubMed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other question anyone wants to ask? Anyone else? Iti ma'am, you were trying to ask something. Hello. Anyone else? So probably, ma'am, all the questions are over. So Iti Sharma, Iti ma'am, you are again and again raising your hand. Please ask your query. Hello, please ask your query. So probably all the queries are over, ma'am. It was really nice of you to give us such extreme information, as well as to spare your time for us. Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. You
Okay,
are
ma'am.
audible.
So we will like to conclude our session today here only. Students, even if you have any query still left with you, we will invite you to write that query to our groups, okay, to our admins, even to me and those who are into the group. They are handling each and every queries, okay? And it was really a nice session of interaction with you all. And even I get some content. So my lectures will also be there so that I can add on certain things in that. So we will meet you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, ma'am, to spare your time with us, okay? Thanks a lot, ma'am. And I would like to wish you thanks a lot from the entire. Okay, students.
Thank you very much for giving me and sir also opportunity to share our knowledge with you, and we also gain something from you. So thank you so much, all the participants being here. Thank you so much. Have a good day, not good day, good night.
Good night. Okay. So students, we would be meeting tomorrow at the same time, 5:30 at the same login. Till then, good night. Bye bye. Thank you.